Hello everyone, my name is Katya and today I'm going to show you how to crochet this cowl. It is worked by using 2 granny squares and then we'll attach them together by using single crochets along this side and this side. It is a quick and easy project and all you need to know is how to work on your double crochets and your single crochets. You can make it into a colorful cowl or you can just make it into a solid color and use one color. This one is 8 inches tall and this one is about 9 inches tall. For this project I'm using number 4 medium weight yarn. It is 100% acrylic with a 5mm crochet hook. We're going to start with the slip knot. Chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Slip stitch into the first chain to join. Into this ring we're going to work our double crochets, and to start round 1 we're going to chain 3, 1, 2 and 3. This chain 3 stands as the first double crochet. Let's go ahead and work 2 more double crochets back into that ring. So here's 1 and work 1 more double crochet. I am working my yarn tail in, so I'm holding on to it as I work on my double crochets. Here we worked our chain 3 and 2 double crochets. Let's go ahead and chain 2, 1, 2. Back into this ring, work 3 more double crochets. Here's 1, 2, and 3. Now let's go ahead and chain 2 again, and that's our repeat, is just chaining 2 and working 3 double crochets back into the ring. Here's 1, 2, and 3. We need a total of 4 double crochets, so let's go ahead and chain 2 and repeat one more time. Work 3 double crochets back into the ring. Here's 1, 2, and 3. Chain 2. And to end this round, we're going to slip stitch on top of the 3rd chain. So here's 1, 2, 3. Pick up both loops of that chain and slip stitch. Here we worked on our round 1. And if you pull on this yarn tail, you can tighten the center a little bit. Let's go ahead and change color. And to do that, we need to cut the yarn that we were working on and pull out your hook. And to start, we're going to start with our new color. And I'm going to insert my hook right where the chain 2 is, the last one that we worked on. I'm going to insert my hook there, pick up the new color, wrap it around your hook, pull through, hold on to the yarn tails, and go ahead and chain 3. This chain 3 stands as the first double crochet. Back into the same chain 2 space, we're going to work 2 more double crochets. Here's 1 and 1 more double crochet back into that same chain 2 space. I am going to hold on to my yarn tail so I can work them in, and if you want to, you can also use this double crochets of the previous round and wrap your yarn tails around your hook and pull through, hiding them this way. One more time, wrap it around your hook and pull through, and one more time. This way it kind of hides it a little bit better. And now we can work on them right over here into this chain 2 space. So we're going to skip all these double crochets right here and jump to the next chain 2 space and work our corner. And to work a corner, we're going to work 3 double crochets. Here's 1, 2, and 3. Chain 2 and work 3 more double crochets back into that chain 2 space. And here we're working on our first corner, and we need to repeat and work another corner into the next chain 2 space. So right over here into this chain 2 space, we're going to repeat and work 3 double crochets. Here's 1, 2, and 3. Chain 2 and 3 more double crochets back into that chain 2 space. Now go ahead and repeat the same thing right over here into this chain 2 space, 3 double crochets, chain 2 and 3 double crochets, and I'll meet you right over here. We'll end this round together. We worked a total of 3 corners. Here's 1, 2, and 3, and this corner is unfinished, so let's go ahead and finish this corner. And what we need to do is we need to work 3 more double crochets. Here's 1, 2, and 3. And now chain 2, and we're going to end this round by slip stitching on top of the 3rd chain of the beginning of the round. So here's 1, 2, and 3. Pick up both loops and go ahead and slip stitch to end, and cut your yarn. Pull out your hook, and let's change our color again. For round 3, we're going to start the same way. We're going to go ahead and insert our hook using this chain 2 space, the last chain 2 space. Here we finished our round 2. So go ahead and insert your hook into that space. Wrap the new color around your hook and pull through. Hold on to the yarn tail and chain 3. 1, 2, and 3. This chain 3 stands as the first double crochet. Back into that chain 2 space, go ahead and work 2 more double crochets. Here's 1, and work 1 more. So far we have 3 double crochets. This chain 3 stands as the first double crochet. Now holding on to our yarn tails, we're going to use this space right here between the 3 double crochets. So we're going to skip this 3 double crochets and jump into this space right here and work 3 double crochets. Here's 1, 2, and 3. Here we worked our 3 double crochet, and now we need to work a corner using this chain 2 space. Go ahead and work 3 double crochets, 1, 2, and 3, chain 2, 1, 2, and back into that same space, the chain 2 space, work 3 more double crochets. Here's 1, 2, and 3. Now once again, we're going to skip this 3 double crochets and right into the space between the 3 double crochets here and 3 double crochets here. We're going to work 3 double crochets. Here's 1, 2, and 3. We're going to skip this 3 double crochets and jump into this chain 2 space and work our next corner. Here's 1, 2, 3, chain 2, and work 3 more double crochets back into that chain 2 space to finish the corner. 2 and 3. And now all we're going to do is repeat. We're going to work 3 double crochets into this space, a corner into this chain 2 space, and 3 more double crochets. And I'll meet you right over here to end this round together. At the end of round 3, this is how it looks like. Let's go ahead and finish this round by working 3 double crochets into this last corner. So here's 1, 2, and 3, chain 2, and let's go ahead and slip stitch on top of this 3rd chain to end this round. Let's go ahead and cut the yarn. Pull out your hook and tighten it. This is how it looks like. For round 4, let's go ahead and start the same way. We're going to use the last chain 2 space, wrap the new color around our hook and pull through. Hold on to the yarn tail, and now chain 3. This chain 3 stands as the first double crochet. Back into this chain 2 space, go ahead and work 2 more double crochets. Here's 1 and 2. And now we need to work 3 double crochets into this space right here between the double crochets here and double crochets here. So for each round, we're going to increase by 1. So here's 1, and we have 1 more now here. So let's go ahead and work our double crochets, 3 double crochets using the space. And I am holding on to my yarn tails so I can go ahead and work them in as I work on my double crochets. 2 and 3. And if I have extra left over, I'm just going to go ahead and cut it. And now I jump to the next space right here between these 3 double crochets and these 3 double crochets and work your 3 double crochets using that space. Here's 1, 2, and 3. Now we need to work a corner. So right over here into this chain 2 space, we're going to work our corner. We're going to work 3 double crochets, 1, 2, and 3, chain 2, and work 3 more double crochets back into that chain 2 space. Here's 1, 2, and 3. And now we're going to repeat. We're going to go ahead and work 3 double crochets using the space right here between these 3 double crochets and these double crochets of the previous round. So here's 1, 2, and 3. Now jump to the next space and work your 3 double crochets using that space again. 1, 2, and 3. And into this chain 2 space right here, we need to work a corner. So let's go ahead and work 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. Chain 2, and work 3 more double crochets back into that same chain 2 space. 1, 2, and 3. And now we're just going to repeat. We're going to work 3 double crochets into this space, 3 double crochets into this space, work on our corner, and repeat, working 3 double crochets here and 3 double crochets here, and I'll meet you right over here to end this round together. At the end of this round, we're going to go ahead and finish this last corner. We're going to work 3 double crochets into that chain 2 space, the last chain 2 space where we started our round, chain 2, and work a slip stitch right on top of the 3rd chain, the beginning of this round. And now we're just going to go ahead and cut this yarn tail and repeat. For round 5, we're going to start the same way. Wrap your color around the hook, pull through, hold on to the yarn tails, and chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. Now work 2 more double crochets back into that same chain 2 space. And now we're just going to work our 3 double crochets into this space, 3 double crochets into this space, and 3 double crochets into this space. So each round it's increasing, and then into the chain 2 space work a corner, and then just repeat around. And to end, we're just going to end the same way and continue working like this for a total of 8 rounds. I finished working on my square, and it is measuring about 9.5 inches. Now you can continue and add a couple more rounds if you want to, but I'm going to stop here. You are going to need the same exact one, so you're going to need 2 of them. And let's go ahead and attach them together. To attach the 2 granny squares together, I placed them wrong sides together. And here on this one, I left a long tail for working on our single crochets along this side. So this one is facing the bottom. And this one right here, the one that I just finished working, is actually on the top. So one is at the bottom and one is on the top. Here's my first one and my second one. Place them together. Go underneath both of those chain 2 spaces. Bring out a loop. And now slip stitch. Like so. This way it'll be easier for us to work on our single crochets. Chain 1. And back into this chain 2 space, go ahead and work 3 single crochets. Here's 1, 2, and 3. We're going to skip all these double crochets right here. So skip 1, 2, 3, and jump into this space. Align them together and work 3 single crochets using that space. 1, 2, and 3. It's the same thing as before. Instead, we're just using single crochets instead of double crochets. And now I'm going to go to the next space right here and work my single crochets using that space. So here's 1, 2, and 3. Now jump to the next space and work 3 single crochets. 1, 2, and 3. Like that, continue working, and I'll meet you right over here at the end. We'll finish together. Here I'm at the chain 2 space, and I'm just going to work 3 single crochets into that chain 3 space, 2 and 3. And now we're just going to fasten off, cut our yarn, and you are finished with this side. And this is how it looks like. Now let's go ahead and repeat the same exact thing to this side. To start, we're going to align the 2 sides together, and once again go underneath this chain 2 space, wrap your yarn around the hook and pull through one more time. This way it'll be easier for us to work our single crochets. Go ahead and chain 1, and back into this chain 2 space, go ahead and work 3 single crochets. 1, 2, and 3. We're going to skip this 3 double crochets, and into this space right here, work 3 single crochets. 1, 2, and 3. And same thing, align the 2 granny squares together and work 3 single crochets using that space. 1, 2, and 3. Continue working like this until the end, and I'll meet you right over here at this chain 2 space. We'll end it together. Here I'm at the chain 2 space, and I'm just going to go ahead and work 3 single crochets into that space. 2 and 3. And chain 1, cut my yarn, and we are finished. Last thing, let's go ahead and work on this yarn tails. To work on the yarn tails, I'm going to go ahead and use these single crochets and bring it on the inside of the work using back loops. Insert your needle, pull through, drop 1 loop and come back. And one more time, dropping 1 loop, come back. And cut your yarn. You are finished. Now we're going to repeat the same thing to the other yarn tails, and all these ones I'm just going to go ahead and cut, and you'll be done. And here's our finished cowl. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.